One, go. Back again, guys, with another video of cooking with the boys.
Yeah.
It's me and the lads
In the kitchen.
in the kitchen. Today, we're going to be looking at a topic that I feel affects all of us in general: culture and how it affects society, and vice versa. How does society affect the culture? Okay. Now, culture is very deeply rooted in everyone's theme of life. And to start off this topic, we're going to be going with our brother Stacks and asking the first question: how do you feel culture affects society? And what would your definition of culture be?
I think, before I get into it, I feel like as Zambians, we feel like we don't relish our culture, we don't represent it, let me say, and we feel like we're slowly becoming westernized. I don't know if it's because we're humble people or because we're welcoming people, but I feel like we're so quick to take in other people's culture. We're so curious about what other people are doing, but we're not really focusing on what we're doing, and, So I feel like that's one thing we need to work on. Because I remember, like, when I was in SA, like the guys were telling us about their tribe and whatever. So like, I know, let's just tell you about us and what we value, what we go through. They didn't care, man. Like, they're like, us, we're in SA and we're doing SA shit. You know what I mean? Like, this is our life, this is how we live, this is our culture, this is what we do. And I was really inspired by it, like, it makes come off like you're self-absorbed or you only care about your own, but like I feel like it's important to keep our culture.
Yeah, true.
So it's important to have a strong belief in your culture.
Yeah,
exactly.
Whatever your culture is and what it's about. Shout out to SA, by the way.
Yeah, those are our brothers.
Mr. Kadir, how do you feel about your culture, and what do you feel like, in conjunction with what our brother just said, are things that are making us lack self-identity in our culture?
The culture.
Migos.
That one is complicated because it clashes with. We're talking about Zambian culture, huh?
Just culture
Yeah.
in general, bro.
It clashes like with modern day lives. Like, how can I explain it? Sorry, thanks.
Tell us.
Cook,
Don't feel shy.
Just take your time, let it cook. Simmer.
They're like bills.
Bells.
Like what used to happen.
Like in cabins.
Okay. You mean things have changed also, like, as times of...
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So you feel like the way, okay, and correct me if I'm wrong, the culture that was also, let's say, like the system that was installed in earlier generations of how people should come together as a family, work as a family, those disciplines in terms of culture are no longer there. Like they've been diluted. They have been diluted. That's in conjunction to what I said.
Yeah, man.
We've been so quick to absorb another culture instead of standing rooted in ours.
Yeah, exactly.
And how do you feel like maybe that impacts us or influences us, Mr. Ethan?
It's weird because, like, not all Zambian tribes share the same cultural practices.
True.
Yeah, true. But then you find, like, in today's day and age, when someone gets married, they have a Chilangamwilo, but that's like a practice that's specific to like the Bemba people. So yeah, it's crazy because I feel like it starts to create a more shared identity in the sense that more people relate and they engage with each other in a specific way to kind of like honor their traditions. Understand? So at the same time, people will argue, they'll detract, they'll say, oh no, we're losing our identities. But I don't think your identity is something that's set in stone, It changes as the times go by.
Constantly evolving.
Yeah, exactly.
But bro, sorry to to jump in. I feel like think of like simple things like food, right? Like think Indian food, like it's distinct, like yes, they'll have a spin on other cuisines, I don't know, but then like Indian food, this is Indian food. Even just taste, you don't need someone to tell you like this is Indian food, you know, like it has character,
But can I be honest? The African community shares one big like thing in our culture.
we all share a pub, bro.
Mm.
Like maize,
Shima, Sadza.
Yeah.
Ugali.
bro.
God.
You know what I mean? That's one thing that I can say. Okay, that's the only. That's
For real?
Yeah.
I come.
Anyway,
That is
yeah.
bad. It's plantain. You know.
So yeah, okay, yeah. Not to cut you short. I just wanted to say that. That's the only thing that at least maybe we do share as an African, you know.
And I'm not saying we do not have culture as Africans, but what I'm saying is like I feel like it's getting more and more
Westernized.
diluted
Okay,
as the
yeah.
generations go by.
Yeah,
You know,
true.
I feel like our generation just diluted. It went to who's after us, Gen Z.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gets more and more
Gen Z, Gen
diluted.
Alpha.
Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha is from what year? 2010.
2010, huh?
That's crazy, man. I'm getting old. All these generations.
But I agree with what you're saying in the sense that I think the keyword is distinct.
Yeah.
Certain cultures are very distinct distinct aspects or characteristics.
Mm.
So let's say, for example, you can say Indian food is distinct, but the same way you can also say Chinese food is distinct.
Yeah.
Or, for an example,
So the
Pakistan food is distinct. Iranian, American, Malaysian.
So it's
or-
deep. It's deep rooted.
Yes, and that's
Zambian
the
food is distinct.
Shit, man.
true. But
Okay. Can I ask you something?
Think about
How
it.
many countries do you know make chikanda?
African bologna.
Yeah, exactly.
that's done.
Like who?
In Western Africa, I can name 3.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Chikanda is unique to Zambia,
needs
bro.
to be,
Okay, I agree with what you're saying that there's certain things, but I think it's not only just Chikanda. That's like one aspect.
Yeah.
We're talking about like a whole theme. Like, let me give you an example, right? When a Zambian goes outside abroad, right? How many times do you hear like, okay, this Zambian is doing XYZ representing Zambia, you know what I mean? But what we frequently hear from a lot of our brothers, because it's about appreciating where you're from, whether it's Myanmar, whichever country, right?
Yeah.
The fact that you can go out there and say, I'm proud to be where I'm from, I represent my flag. UFC's got a fighter for Myanmar. This guy represents his flag everywhere. You've got guys who go, for example, to the UK. The Zimbabweans. You find them in comedy, you find them in acting, you find them in different spheres of life. And they're proud to say, I'm Zimbabwean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, in conjunction with what he's saying is that there's that like emphasis on, I know where I'm from, I know what we're about, what we stand for. But for Zambia, it's like, no, a lot of guys, when they go out, would want to say it. You know what I mean?
Sure. Are you sure?
Yes, I
say-
am sure.
I agree with Fungai. I feel like the Zambians were too humble, man. Like Zambians were not loud. We don't stand on our ground and say, "This is me. I'm Zambian, so they believe, so they do, so they say." You know, I feel like we're always like, no, I'll accommodate you. Okay, you can do your thing. You know, no, it's okay.
So you don't have space in your house. Come in the house.
Yeah.
You don't have space in your house. Come. We've got fruits.
You know.
And then they'll tell you, the son, get out, go.
Hey,
Just
you.
on the side.
I can't just room today.
Yeah, you start-
This guy is taking your bedroom.
Didn't you say that's also part of culture? We're polite.
Yeah.
We are,
You
but
know,
then,
you know what I'm saying?
I agree, but then the thing about being too accommodating, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes it can rub away what you're about as well.
Yeah, no, true.
Because then it's like there's no set boundaries
Between,
and this just goes for anything in life. So like, let's say, Mr. Kadi, if someone steps on your toes and you're like, it's calm, and then they do it again, and you're like, no, but no, maybe just never heard the second time. Then the third time he does it. Obviously, if he continues doing that, won't you say that now it's like, he's crossing the boundary, he's disrespecting you.
Obvious.
Yeah, so then that's why I think the clear distinction he's trying to ask is, what are the fine linings
of what we have as
Yes.
Zambian homes in our culture.
yes, so people,
Have you ever heard of the concept of humanism?
Okay, elaborate.
cook, bro.
It's funny that you should say that because this is a sociological concept, right? That was the brainchild of Kenneth Kaunda, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda. So basically, he created this. He created this ideology to sort of govern the social conduct of like the Zambian people, and was just basically about being kind and loving your neighbor, bro.
Which is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's humanism. Right?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
You should really like read into it and look it up.
No, I will. That's
Yeah.
new information, and I
So
appreciate that.
there's that, right?
Yeah, thanks.
And then when you look at Zambia, bro,
Mm.
one thing that keeps this place going is the miners.
Mhm.
So that's a part of our culture too. We're miners, man. It's
And,
known.
and farmers.
And farmers as well. We're from a land-linked country, bro. So
Mm.
we're also known to be extremely cooperative.
We have to be.
We have to,
Yeah.
it's like,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's part of Zambian culture.
No, but
I will say there are negatives, and I'm going to say one very obvious one because we're not punctual.
that time. That's
You know what?
a
You
big
know,
one.
like just now, if they tell you I'm coming now, bro.
That's not later.
The fact that you said it twice, it's a very big indication. That,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a nobody.
yeah.
Ninja.
Okay.
Uh,
But I've got one question to pose to you and Mr. Stacks right here. Is that okay, based off what you're saying then, how do you feel like, based off our culture, us being kind and all of that, how do you feel like it affects the society in general?
Sometimes people, well, it's a good thing because like the crime is not very high, Understand.
Yeah.
especially in a country that's like listed in the six poorest countries in the world, bro.
Mm.
In terms of like income per
For real?
capita. Yeah, man.
It's wild.
Also, wasn't the world that
When you look at the other countries in comparison, like Zambia looks perfectly stable. Those countries aren't.
Are you sure for real? 666?
You can look it up.
What up, 6?
Look it up, bro.
Oh, no.
Anyway, in the comments,
In the
look at
comments,
them and
yeah.
tell us if Ethan is capping or not.
You can fact check it.
We'll check,
I don't
we'll
know.
find
We'll
out. Anyway,
give it to
continue.
them,
Yeah?
give it
Okay,
to
come here.
You know, not everybody's as blessed as you guys, you know.
He's telling the truth, bro.
I'm just saying.
Do you know how many people, the percentage of the Zambian population that drives cars is like 10%?
Bro, if
If
you want to check...
Are you sure?
Pardon?
As in 10%, I feel like 10% is like a lot. Could be less, I feel.
For real.
You guys don't represent the
But then,
That's 2 million
Oh,
people.
but
then
it's more.
last time I checked, yeah, so for you to be part of the top 1% in Zambia, there's no top 1%, it's top 0.000.
No, there is a 1%.
Yeah,
Like,
but
Statistically, though,
to be a millionaire in Zambia, you have to have.
yeah.
You have to be 0.001.
Yeah.
What?
Bro, you have to have like $1 million, bro.
Point
And then
zero zero one.
There's only like 900 millionaires in Zambia, bro.
Like 700.
Nobody says 900.
But bro,
Like
how
millionaires.
accurate are those stats though?
First, where's your reference
Do they
to?
know about me?
Yeah, come on.
It's not listed. It's in no bank account.
Okay. I don't know, bro. You need to have $1 million.
You guys have phones. You can check this shit for
Yeah,
yourself.
sure.
I mean, you can check these things for
No,
yourself.
no, me, I'm
People say it in the comments, so we'll find out.
good for checkers.
We've got
They
fact
check.
checkers.
One thing is known.
Anything were wrong,
One
please.
thing is known. There's no billionaires in this country. All right.
Yeah, right.
So obviously,
Don't you know
there's
that
not
this
going to
idea-
be a lot of millionaires either. Understand?
No,
I
true.
don't- Okay, no, but okay, let me give you an example. Mr. Kedi, let's say for an example, you've got $1 million, right? Who do you want people to know that you've got $1
In
million?
Zambia, in the country, you're saying the
But
few
Zendaya will
millionaires.
know.
Hold on.
Yeah, they have to know.
Why do they have to
Why
know?
don't-
Why is this there? Why?
Exactly,
First of
why?
all, that's incriminating. Yeah, how are you part of it? But like this is...
They don't know. They always
They have
know.
to know.
No.
That-
For they to only be 900 millionaires, bro, it tells you a lot, bro. Our
Yeah.
country is in like...
Would you let people know if you're a millionaire?
No.
Why not?
Why?
You have to. Why? They'll see your income. And then you have to pay tax, bro. You've seen. This is another problem with Zambian culture. People don't like to pay tax. Why? Why don't
That's
you like
true.
paying tax, man?
Why don't you tax me when I'm broke?